A few quick thanks to our sponsors, the Alien Press, Journal of Stone, and Jeremy Wagner. Our organisers, the co-chairs, Vince Wagner and Nancy Kalanta. I'd also like to thank my board. We worked very hard in the year to get HWA all the benefits that you receive from us and to build the organisation, which is going very well. So thank you to all of them. Before I hand over to Jeff Strand to WMC, a couple of announcements about the Stokers. From this year, from the voting for books published this year, we are moving to a half jury system, so half of the ballot will come from a jury. We've also added 3 new categories: young adult, graphic novel, and screenplays. So we look forward to the nominees for those next year, and of course, as members, remember you can be recommending in these categories as well as the jury. We also at the Stokers, which will be in Salt Lake City in March next year, we will have a very special one-off Stoker Award, and you will be the first to hear about it. That will be the vampire novel of the century. That century will be 100 years on Bram Stoker's death. And I'd like to acknowledge Dacre Stoker, extended of the family who kindly agreed to participate in that award, and it would be entirely jury. So we select the jury, they will publish a shortlist, and in March next year you'll find out what is the vampire novel of the century according to the HWA. So without any further ado, Jeff Strand.
Alright. As you all look around, I think we can all agree there is no source of greater concentrated hotness than when horror writers dress up.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 24th Annual Bram Stoker Awards. Tonight, as a special spot, we are streaming live on the internet. Unfortunately, we only have the one camera, so those of you at home can't see it, but right over there we've got a massive mosh pit going. David Burrell is crowd surfing right now. Ellen Datlow just body slammed Peter Straub. What's really nice is that webcam technology has advanced beyond the days where we have to worry about the sound. With a meat cleaver. And unlike the Oscars, if you're a finalist, there's not going to be a camera zooming in on your face, so you don't have to do that. Yes, her book was much better than mine. You know, don't boo because the microphone will pick that up, but gestures are fine. Tonight we are here to celebrate horror. No other genre inspires the level of passion in its fans and creators. And the passion is a good thing because, horror is not always the most lucrative genre to write. I'm not in it for the money. Oh, you must write horror. I've tried to write other things. She gazed longingly at Draven, beads of salty perspiration glistening down his bare chest in the flickering candlelight, the sweat trickling down to his sensual, unpierced navel, and innie, her girlish, feminine womanhood aching with desire. He was the only man she'd ever loved, which is why she was so deeply disappointed when he shoved the whirring chainsaw into her face. Horror fiction has unlimited possibilities. It can cover any theme and any subject. It can create sympathy for the most vile of monsters, while also reassuring us that, yes, that guy who looks just a little bit different than everyone else is trying to kill you. And horror has created some of the most lasting images. We're all friends here. What is truly more iconic? White whale or rabid St. Bernard? No other genre has the power to unleash your imagination the way horror does. When I was a kid, I had a scary story record, which came with a box of alphabet cereal. And the ending was, and inside the box was a thing. A thing! That's all it takes to deliver my own mental Build-A-Monster kit. Oh God, it probably has bright red skin with veins on the outside, fangs and claws obviously, probably covered with webs, glowing eyes of course. Don't open the box, there's a thing in there! Yeah, that wasn't my mistake. We learn as kids that it's fun to be scared. But what everybody in this room knows is that it's even more fun to be the scarer. When your little sister can't even walk into her own room without knowing there's a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to jump out at her, life is awesome. The entire publishing world is changing and HWA along with it. Suddenly everybody is talking ebooks. This really isn't that new. Back in 2000, Stephen King made headlines with Riding the Bullet, proving even back then that an ebook could be wildly successful if it was written by Stephen King. In 2011, you can actually self-publish, and no longer will everybody say that you're a complete loser. But if you're going to self-publish, take some personal responsibility. Go to a library, look at the rows of books, and ask yourself, does the grammar I used match any of those? The only thing I do not like about ebooks is that it's not cost-efficient to throw them against the wall. You used to be able to just fling it. Now it's, are you kidding me? You know what? I'm going to click menu and move the cursor over to delete title and click yes to confirm my decision, and that'll show the author. And one big thing that ebooks cannot offer, skeleton hologram covers. I don't like all the current horror trends, but that's just part of my natural process of becoming old and decrepit. These movies with the remakes and the torture porn and the 3D and the shaky cam, where I can't even tell what's happening. Hold the camera still, you jittery hooligans. These kids today don't know what horror is. In my day, every single weekend I could go to the theater and see a Friday the 13th ripoff. Those were the days. But this is nothing new. In the 30s and 40s, there was somebody going mashups with the Frankenstein meeting the Wolfman and the Mummy's Hand and the Mummy's Tomb and the Mummy's Ghost and the Mummy's Curse, and I don't know what's a sequel to what anymore. How many monsters can Abbott and Costello run into, for God's sake? And today's kids in the year 2030 will be saying, enough with these movies where the CGI actors are stabbing you in the face. In my day, we didn't have to pay $6 surcharge for the stab suit. No, we had the human centipede. Normally, at the Stokers, we have a beautiful woman who is handing out the envelopes and the trophies to presenters, but thanks to budget cuts tonight, I will be your beautiful woman. And if you win, exit stage right because you have to have your picture taken. Okay, waited long enough. It is time to start handing out haunted houses. Presenting the award for Superior Achievement in Poetry. Please welcome 2 previous winners in this category, Linda Addison and Michael Arnzen.
The nominees for Superior Achievement in Poetry collection are
Dark Matters by Bruce Boston.
Ouroboros. In the restless bondage of my sleek embrace, I encircle the earth like a devouring lover. I consume empires and cough up history. I eat dead souls, feed each wanting womb. In The curve of my coils, the wailing faces, stretch and tighten. Endlessly, I swallow. Right response. The next nominee is Anne K. Schwader for Wild Hunt of the Stars.
Privacy statement. The secret is to keep your thoughts in boxes, behind locked doors, in some deserted maze of neurons, knotted tight within the mind, and then forgotten. The third book is Diary of a Gentleman Theophilus by Robin Spriggs.
I can't believe. The eyeball stared at him from a jar of jawbreakers on the counter at the general store. Its dilated pupil pressed hard against the glass by a crush of God-stopping spears, made all the more horrific by the fact that they were sweet. Get me out of here, it seemed to be saying, or rather screaming, with its green, blinkless gaze. So what could he do but point to the eye and say to the proprietor, with feigned nonchalance, I'll take that one. The next one up is Wrath James White for Vicious Romantic.
House of Murderers. The echo of screams in this place where children died lived in these cracked walls.
And the winner is
Dark Matters, Bruce Foster.
Well, I'll make this brief, but some thanks are in order. Thanks, first of all, to Roy Robbins and Daphne Woods. Thanks to Danny Sarah for his wonderfully spooky illustration. Thanks to Nike Marge for her love and support. Thanks to all the HWA members who recommended the book, voted for the book, and most of all, those who wrote me about the book. Now I'm going to go polish my Stoker, enjoy the rest of the award.